Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It really just depends if you're new here or not. Now, today's situation is going to be actually disgusting, and yeah, trigger warning for those of y'all. Moving forward, just if you get triggered by racially insensitive words, and yeah, let's dive right into it. Also, trigger warning, we're going to be looking at Eugenia Cooney. But with that being said, now, I'm not a frequent flyer of the TikTok app. I have it, but I don't use it. I don't use it, I'm not going to lie. It gets super laggy for me, and when it's not laggy, it's just brain rot, so I decided to stay off of the app. The only other app that I would have used, I am permanently banned from, aka Instagram. Hi, how are ya? Thanks for banning me forever. But with that being said, Jadedness, okay? She's a channel that I have mentioned a lot on my channel whenever I do cover Eugenia Cooney content. At least like 8 out of 10 times I will find it on her page because she finds some really interesting moments to discuss, and I love the conversation that goes on in her comment section about the clips that she posts over there. So I like to include y'all in the loop as well, because a lot of y'all are mutual subscribers from me to her. There's also a lot of mutual subscribers from her to me, and like I said, just vice versa. But I want to dive into this clip of Eugenia Cooney promoting Jeffree Star's makeup palette with a clip of his audio that he did from one of his live streams, I'm assuming. And it is a song that says the N-word with the very hard capital R at the end of it, and also talking about, and it's pretty gross and nasty, and she knows exactly what she's doing. And we have talked in the past about racial moments that she has had that just are not acceptable, but here she is in 2025 still playing into this nastiness that is Jeffree Star. So we're going to be taking a look at this clip, and again, this clip is going to be from Jadedness's channel, and I will be pinning her in the description box down below, so feel free to go check out her there. And with that being said, let's dive right into it.
That part. What'd he do? That part.
Now, Jade ended up putting emphasis on what she captioned this video, which is what Eugenia said, and she said, "What did he do?" That part, with the flabbergasted emoji, which is just what I call it, and the heart emoji. Makeup transition with the amazing Weirdo palette by @Jeffree Star Cosmetics.
What'd he do? That part. I'm out here in Wyoming looking for the... Where they at?
Now, I don't know how y'all feel about slurs, but me personally, I am a no toleration zone for them. My whole family is a no toleration zone when it comes to racial slurs. I just don't find them acceptable. I don't think that they're cute. I don't think that they're quirky. I don't think that they're funny. And I definitely don't think that they should be used in passing, whether it's in music or audio clips, such as what Eugenia had just posted. And I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had. Now, a lot of people excuse away a majority of Eugenia Cooney's behavior and say, well, she's emaciated, her brain's not functioning how it properly should, and that's the excuse that people will fire off when it comes to Eugenia. But I personally, and I've said this a lot, I think that there are certain moments where she's a little bit ditzy, not sure what's going on, and she just tries to, include herself in the conversation. But then there's moments like this where it's common sense. Everybody knows that this is not acceptable, it's not cute, it's not fun to say, it's not something that should be included in your TikTok, and she was okay doing it. So I'm curious, are there going to be people out there who is like, you know what, she just don't know what she's doing, y'all need to leave her alone, y'all are just bullies for saying that she's doing something she's not doing. It's clearly in the audio, and she's clearly using the audio. She could have used any other audio from that live stream, but what did she choose? That specific part. Now, she's mocked a lot of different races in the past. She's mocked people of color. She has mocked Asian. She has mocked Syrian. She's mocked Mexicans. And it's getting to the point where, are y'all gonna keep excusing away her racist ass behavior and be like, oh, she just don't know what she's doing. She just don't know. She don't know that this is wrong. Y'all, it's 2025. If y'all don't realize that this is it's not acceptable social behavior by any means, there's probably an issue with you. So the name of the makeup palette, which was in her little video description there, was the Weirdo palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And why she chose that audio to promote that palette is beyond me. I truly don't understand it. I feel like it's called the Weirdo palette. You could have used any type of audio, literally anything else to promote that palette, but you had to use an audio to put on a 13+ app that talked about orals and had the N-word with the hard R in it a few times. I think there's an issue, and I want to talk about the desensitivity that we get from social media to certain things, whether it's language use or imagery. I know a lot of us have become desensitized to seeing Eugenia Cooney because we've seen her quite often at this point. So when we look at her, yeah, we're shocked, but we've become a lot more desensitized to her versus the first time that we've actually seen her when our jaws dropped. And now we see her, we're just like, oh yeah, it's typical Eugenia Cooney. And I think it's such an issue because there's a lot of desensitizing that is done on social media, especially from large creators. And a lot of people look up to these creators, and whenever they see these people doing certain things or displaying certain imagery or words in the music or the audio or even them saying certain words themselves, it desensitizes the users, and they're like, okay, well, I guess it's acceptable if this person's doing it, and if they hear it enough, they're going to be desensitized and think that, oh, it's okay if I would go on and do it, because why would it not be okay if I do it if other people are doing it on social media, and it's earning them a bag. Now, I want to transition this video just a little bit for a little bit more reference here, i.e. Streamers and kick streamers specifically. Because back in the day, IRL streaming was just you walking around, like, sitting down at a table, eating a baguette, and you're just like, yeah, let me just film me not harassing the general public. And then nowadays, you have streamers who go out there and genuinely, their whole stick, their whole groove of content is harassing the general public, pranking people, but it's not really a prank, it's genuine assault that they try to pass off as a prank. And there's other people out there who are trying to be aspiring streamers, and they're being kicked down by algorithm because more people are clicking on these grotesque pranks and people harassing people in public because it's a rage bait. People get upset over it, they comment on it, aka it promotes it more into algorithm for more people to see because there's more engagement on those videos, and it's really pushing the bar for all the streamers below those top streamers to have to go out and feel like they need to do over the top bizarre shit as well just to generate any type of revenue or audience gaining for their channel themselves, because like I said, it's a rage bait, it's activity at this point with the audience that they get upset seeing a certain clip, so they engage with it, and then that promotes that POS even more into algorithm. And like I said, it's making all these smaller streamers and YouTubers and content creators feel the need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing the bar when it comes to their content. Now, switching back to Eugenia Cooney for a minute, there's going to be people who excuse it away and be like, well, she didn't say it. It was just in the audio clip. It's not like she went out there and said the N-word hard R at the end a few times and then talked about to an app that's 13 plus. It's not like she did it. It's just the audio. Yeah, okay, but she chose that audio. Very intentionally, might I add. So even though she herself didn't say it, she chose that audio. Who's saying it? To put over her video to promote a weirdo palette by the Jeffree Star Cosmetic line, which again, there's thousands, if not millions, of audios at this point that are trending that she could have used. Jeffree said a lot of shit in the past. She could have used anything. We know he's a weirdo, respectfully. She could use anything that Jeffree said in the past to promote that palette, but she chose that specific moment. And that gets me questioning why. Just why? Out of everything that you could have put over to promote the palette, why would you choose that audio? Now, I feel like there is a stigma around slurs, and I talked about this a few videos ago where I feel like it's a little bit hypocritical when it comes down to slur words. I personally, like I said, I'm no tolerance for them. I don't use them. I don't think it's cute and quirky to use them. I don't think it makes you edgy or a badass whenever you run around throwing around slurs. I just think it makes certain people hypocritical whenever they say, well, it's okay if we do it, but nobody else can do it. Because at that point, why would it even be acceptable? But that's just my thought and opinion on it. If y'all want to hear more about that, I will link that video where I talked about racial slurs in the video description down below, because that was one hell of a video and a lot of y'all had a lot of really good thoughts and opinions about it. So I really liked uploading that. I'm glad that I did because we had such a good conversation about that topic. I wanted to join the bandwagon today about calling out Eugenia Cooney for this, just as Jadenist did over on her channel, because it's not cute. It's not quirky. It doesn't make you edgy. It doesn't make you a badass. It doesn't make you look good. To think that this is acceptable, and especially acceptable in your own terms, but socially acceptable? Really? But I'm not going to keep dragging this video out any further. It's a very minor clip, and I just had a little bit of thoughts and opinions on it, but I really wanted to know y'all's thoughts and opinions on the situation. So I'm going to wrap the video up here, but let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this. Do y'all think it's intentional? Because I really do. And just to be clear, let me know anything else that y'all think about anything that we discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next damn video. Alright, bye.